The phrase Atem avadim lasha'ul means you are servants of Saul. The word atem means you. This kind of word is what we call a pronoun, and is a quick and easy way to refer to a certain person or people. Hello, my name is Matthew, and this is Learn the Lingo. Welcome to the 7th episode of Reading the Hebrew Bible. Today, we're going to learn how subject pronouns are used in the Hebrew Bible. Subject pronouns are the kinds of pronouns we use for the subject of a sentence, like I or she, as opposed to other kinds of pronouns like me or her. In both English and Hebrew, there are 3 groups we can put pronouns in. A first group that the speaker uses to refer to themselves or the group they are in. In English, that's I and we. A second group that refers to the person the speaker is talking to or the group they are in. That's you in English. And finally, a third group that refers to anyone who is not the speaker or the person spoken to. That can be he, she, they, or it. The names of these 3 groups are first person, second person, and third person. These labels can be very helpful for us when we need to quickly refer to a certain subject. In Hebrew, the singular first-person pronoun, that's I, has 2 versions, ani and anochi. Both these words are very common in the Bible, and anochi can often be understood to be a little more emphatic than ani. The plural first-person pronoun, that's we, a plural group that includes I, is anachnu in the Bible. Now for the second-person pronouns. In English, we just have one of these, you, to refer to the person we're talking to, or the group that they are in. But in Hebrew, there are 4 different second-person pronouns. These 4 forms are the same ones that adjectives have: masculine singular, feminine singular, masculine plural, and feminine plural. That's for speaking to a man, a woman, a masculine group, or a feminine group. In many gendered languages like Hebrew, if a group has at least one masculine member, that group is considered masculine plural, even if all the other members are feminine. A group can only be feminine plural if every member is feminine. The 4 second-person pronouns in Hebrew are the masculine singular ata, the feminine singular at, the masculine plural atem, and the feminine plural aten or atena. The one Goliath used when speaking to the men of Israel is of course the masculine plural atem. Atem avadim lasha'ul. All you men are servants of Saul. At the end of the chapter, Saul asks David, Ben mi ata? Whose son are you? You in this sentence is the masculine singular ata, since Saul is speaking to David, a singular male. In another story, when Abraham and Sarah go to sojourn in Egypt, Abraham says, Say that achoti at. Achot means sister, and the e at the end means my. Achoti at, my sister, you are. Say that you are my sister. Abraham uses the feminine singular at because he is speaking to a woman. Lastly, the very rarely used feminine plural you, atena, appears when Jacob is talking to his 2 wives, Rachel and Leah. Since both people in the group he is talking to are women, he uses the feminine plural pronoun atena. So those are the 4 second-person pronouns. There are 4 more third-person pronouns. Third person is anyone who is not you or me. The masculine singular third-person pronoun is hu, which in English is he. The feminine singular pronoun is he, which would be she. And then the plural third-person pronouns, they in English, are the masculine hema and the feminine hena. The masculine they often appears as hem as well as hema, Let's see some examples. When David tells Saul that he will go fight Goliath, Saul protests, Na'ar ata, v'hu ish milchama min orav. Na'ar means a boy, youth, or young man. And a related word is na'urav, which means his youth. Similar ideas, young man and youth, which are made with the same three letters, nun, ain, resh. That's something we'll be seeing a lot of in the Hebrew Bible, so keep it in mind. Mi na'urav, mi, his youth, from his youth. Na'ar ata, a boy, you are. Ata, that's the masculine singular you, for speaking to a na'ar, like David. V'hu, but he, ish milchama, a man of milchama, of war, min urav, from his youth. I've translated the v prefix here as but, because Saul is making a contrast with his two phrases, though you can also translate it as and. Na'ar ata, v'hu ish milchama min urav. You are a youth, but he has been a man of war from his youth. In our chapter, we also see an example of the other masculine third-person pronoun, hema, masculine they. V'shaul v'hema, v'chor ish Yisrael, ba'emek ha'elah. And Saul and Hema, they, v'chor ish Yisrael, all the men of Israel, ba'emek ha'elah, were in the valley of Elah. Here, Hema is referring to David's brothers, a masculine plural subject. We don't see any feminine subject pronouns in our chapter, but we can find he, she, in the story of Deborah in the book of Judges, which says, Hi shofta et Israel. She was judging Israel. We find hena, feminine they, in Genesis 6:2, which talks about Banot ha'adam, the daughters of men. It says, Tovot hena, good were they. Both words are in feminine plural form. Tovot has its ot ending, which is used for feminine plural adjectives. This spelling of tovot and other words with ot endings without any vav is less common, but not at all unusual, so be ready to come across it. And so those are the four third-person subject pronouns in Hebrew: hu, he, hema, and hena. You'll notice that we don't have a pronoun like it in Hebrew. In English, we have three genders: masculine, feminine, and neutral. But Hebrew only has two: masculine and feminine. That means that everything is either a he or a she grammatically. An example of this we can find in our chapter is when David's brother gets angry at him for asking about Goliath. David retorts, Halo davar hu? Halo is a common way to introduce a rhetorical question, sort of like, is it not? We know davar, it means word, and is a masculine noun. Since it is masculine, when we use a personal pronoun to refer to it, we'll use hu, which does mean he, but also a masculine it, like davar. Halo davar hu? Is it not a word? In the context of this verse, what David means by this is, I was only asking. In 1 Kings 3, Solomon goes to a place called Giv'on. Verse 4 says, Hi habama hagdola. Bama means a high place, which is a sort of shrine. Bama is a feminine noun, as we would expect with its a ending. Bama godola, a great high place, with gadol, big or great, in feminine singular form with the a ending. To match with the feminine singular noun, it is describing bama. Ha-bama ha-gdola, the great high place, with the ha prefix on both noun and attributive adjective in Hebrew. Hi habama hagdola. It, the feminine bama, was the great high place. The word for tablets, like the tablets of the Ten Commandments, is luchot. Despite its old ending, luchot is a masculine plural word. Exodus 32:15 tells us, Mizeh umizeh hem ketuvim. Mizeh umizeh is an expression that means on this side and on this side, or on both sides. And ketuvim is the masculine plural form, with im, of the adjective katuv, written or inscribed. Mizeh umizeh hem ketuvim. On both sides they were inscribed. Hem, they, referring to the masculine plural, luchot. 6 are they that the Lord hates, says Proverbs. Shesh hena saneh Adonai. Hebrew usually refers to abstract concepts or the general idea of things in feminine form, which is why the word they here is in its feminine form, hena. One more note before we go. In the Torah, the first 5 books of the Bible, the spelling of the pronoun he is irregular. It's spelled like hu with a vav all but 12 times in these books. But it's still spelled with a hirik and pronounced as usual, he. The singular second-person pronouns, ata and at, you masculine and feminine singular, are irregular in a few places. When someone is speaking to a man, there are a few places where they use at instead of ata. You'll also come across a few places where an alternate reading of at is ati. And that is all for today. Today, we learned the subject pronouns in Hebrew. The third-person pronouns have another use in Hebrew, which we will learn about next time. They can act as the words that and those.